Hello everyone, and welcome to another week of Final Fantasy Friday. I missed last week, and I haven't played this game at all since the last time I did this on a Friday. Last time we did some stuff with Werlet. Last time, yeah, it was the weapons quest. Unfortunately, we were under a lot of DDoS attacks around that period of time, so that stream was kind of not great. Speaking of not great, something happened to someone I care about recently, and I don't think I'm in the proper mental state to be doing streaming today. But I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. And the Rising is going to be going away after a couple more days. So my plan so far is I'm going to do the Rising event, see if my mood improves, and if it doesn't, well, at least I tried, right? At least I tried. We'll see what we feel like today. So if you're usually up to a more higher energy voltage, I'm not sure you're going to get that today. Sorry. I cannot... Unfortunately, I cannot control the world around me. But, we are here for now. And the Rising is here. Let's go ahead and get started on that. Oh, we just straight up talked to Minstrel immediately. Alright. Rising to the call. The Wandering Minstrel seeks an adventurer, both willing and able, to help put the finishing touches to this year's Rising celebration. Of all the coincidences, you will hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing of the time that you lent me your strength, a 12 moon past. Hey, Social Justice Waluigi. Yep, I'm alive. I'm hanging in there. Thanks for hopping in. You see, I again find myself in a pressing need of an adventurer's aid. Just as I did last Rising. Oh, if only Bont were here, I thought to myself. And here you are. Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? Yeah, sure. Why, thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Ayoyo, who wishes to impire down the indomitable task of the skies above Limsa Lominsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illumine these rising heights. Learning of my contribution to previous years' festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have the ear of the organizing committee. However, Lady Ayoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to Yellow Jacket's guardhouse to the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. You thought I went back into my Avatar state, only come back another 10 years later? Yeah, we joked about that. But... Last week I was genuinely ill. I got bit by a lot of bugs. And I am allergic to whatever the protein is that bugs inject in you when they bite you. To a part that causes massive amounts of swelling, so I was in no state to do anything last week. No state at all. I took out garbage. Would you believe that's all it took? I took out garbage and I got bit by bugs. You know, normal everyday life. I guess I needed to buy some repellent this year. Or the repellent I did have was weak. No, I forgot to put the repellent on. That's really what it just comes down to. You thought I was a plumber? Maybe when I played Mario? No, not even Mario's a plumber. Not anymore. No. My normal profession is candy maker. Yo. One storied adventure, as promised. He has a carpal earring. Hi there.
Lessons to the 12 upon you. Name's Yo-Yo, Cannoneer First Class of the Yellow Jackets. It's an honor to have you aboard.
I mentioned that the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities, not only in decorating the fair Lominsan streets, but designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Yo-Yo here is quite a savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for those displays of crowning glory. Hi, Syndicate Matter. Hi, Syndicate Master. Welcome to the stream. Sorry I got your name wrong. My mental state right now is not great. I said at the beginning, but you probably weren't here. A friend of mine is not doing well. I'm not really at liberty to discuss their state on stream, but it is weighing heavily upon me and really dampening my mood. So I'm gonna get through the Rising. I'm gonna see if my mood can improve, and I'll see if I feel like doing much more than this. But this is going away in a few days, and I wanted to try and stay on schedule, so I'm here. I'm here, and I'm glad that you were here too.
Me and the other lads and lassies have our cannoneers whipped up a load of lovely little drakes, snakes, and devils set for our Fire Moon Fair. But more of the same kids ain't going to cut it for the Rising. Cause it's all about remembering those we lost in a calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite more spectacular than a bunch of old bangers.
An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories to be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's Rising one of the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget.
That's terrible. Sending the best wishes to them of luck that you can. Same. Oh, I'm sure they would appreciate it. They were one of the people who frequented in chat, so you might have seen them around. They weren't a person who pops in every stream, but I'll be sure to pass on the well wishes from the people in chat. Look at the words right up my mouth, dearie. Thing is, I haven't hardly set a foot out of Limsa in all me days. I don't reckon I have the best place to know what is going on in the middle of the citizens' fair realm.
And so you would pick an adventurer's brain, one who has journeyed far and wide across a land we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon such a particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look up to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Alright, obligatory talk to the citizens quest.
Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? I could do with learning some of these thoughts myself. Right then, we'd best start asking around. A place with a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet the Aetherite Plaza, down at the lower decks?
Yeah, if I can find you there. While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue to discussion with the organizing committee. I shall await you by the off castle.
Okay.
Can't wait to see my Conquered Let's Play. Wait. Conquered. Do you mean like Conquer's Bad Fur Day, or do you mean like Conquered the Grape? Or is there a new game called Conquered that I don't know of? We'll take a look at that in just a moment. All three. Wow. Well, one thing that is for sure, I've definitely picked up Octopath again. I've set it for daily releases, so I have time for you guys to be able to see stuff, and also me to have a little bit of a backlog in case I get bad brain again. Yeah, I'm not sure if the bad brain's gonna recover anytime soon. But we're all trying, right? We're all making what do. We're all doing what we can. There's a Thancred. We like seeing Thancreds.
You can see them lights down Orchar's Alley, dearie. Decorations for a festival they are. Every year when the streets are all decked out for the Rising, me heart fills with, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came to find out how the folks feel about it. Let's split up and head down the alley. Well, I'll ask a few likely looking customers each. We're on a schedule here, so you don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do you. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done. And the lights that they're referring to are these ones. This is the new piece of furniture that they added this year. A nice... It looks like one of those lights that you would press the top of to turn on or off. I don't know. For floor lamps and things that would go inside of a theater, I think these are nice. It's a nice little light. For your house. You know, the house I don't have. I guess I could put them in the apartment. There's a live service game called Conquered that bombed recently. Oh. Oh. What's the plan for future LPs, or is it a streaming thing? Ooh, hi Jade. Thanks for giving me my ears. Future plans for Let's Plays? You know, it was on sale recently, and I picked up Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous. None of the DLCs, mind you. I might pick those up. Like, I wanted to see if I liked the game well enough to, like, you know, do it. And you know what? It turns out I really like them. I really, really, really like them. So, that might be a thing. That might be a thing. I kind of feel like I need to finish Octopath before I do something else because I've made it sit, like, not getting any updates at all for 3 months. But, it also seems like a very long game, and I could play 2 very long games at the same time, so... But at the same time, people really want to see Golden Sun Dark Dawn. You know, if I can find a reliable way to stream it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. There's things in the works. Speaking of things I'm working on, I know I'm taking another side break from the quest. My chair is actively falling apart on me right now. Hold on. Gotta get that back in. I have a new chair coming. That's why I took the chair off of the throne list. I took that chair off of the throne list and I was like, okay, you know what, tarnation to it, I'm getting my own chair. But it will arrive on Sunday. It will arrive on Sunday. No, I'm not having a chair building stream. I don't do the camera thing. Alright, back to this. Okay, the chair is fixed. For now. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? How do you feel about the Rising? Information, is it? Well, if you really must know, the Wizard of Banging the Tuesday season always takes me back to the time just before the calamity struck. A great festival was to be held to celebrate the reformation of the grand companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering, setting off fire spots, and all this ship in the bay. And all bedecked in the maelstrom colours, I let loose their cannons. It seems a foolish move now, knowing that what was soon to befall us. But all that noise saved the purpose nonetheless, drawing out the fear they ever whispering in our ears. It's my firm belief that the Rising fireworks serve the same purpose, even now. They present a vision of loveliness and alongethness. That's togetherness, that's it. That we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. Ooh, the Gunner outfit. Don't see this one a lot. Yeah, I was asked to make an Etrian Gunner outfit, and I put this in here. We don't have, and because I haven't, like, streamed the Etrian game, or been a Machinist. You know what? Machinist isn't my primary job, and it doesn't look as good as that outfit. But I do have a gun. Oh, right, I turned it on into a beach outfit. This is fine. At least I have a gun. Keep the gun on the back. There we go. Oh, I missed one. The streets are full of life. The sky is full of fire. There are westerly winds filling our seafarers' sails as it does in the arts. Oh, I could have picked a better time to come home. You sailor too, are you? Oh, no. Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on you, lad. I have a few memories of back then. You have to hear it here. I'm a merchant seaman, you see. Always sailing hither and thither across the waves. Just so back from the trip in the Rods and Han with the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky and the loathsome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folks, I don't remember much of what was supposed to be of the days before or after it fell. I'll never forget those faces. That's what I love to see about the fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds you not only of the bad times, but how we get over them. For people who aren't familiar, the Rising is remembering when Dalamud fell. Also, which is to say the cutscene from the very beginning of the game. Can you see them too, my love? Huh? Hi! How do you feel about the Rising? They evolve with the fireworks. I want to know what I think of them. Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing, you know? Yeah, what? I see. The reason I asked if my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by a rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favor. He was so look forward to the fireworks. I do hope that I can see them from where he is, that we can share them together no matter how far apart we might be. That was only my request to you, that you can make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. You know, I never really thought about fireworks that way, but that's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Nowadays we have the internet to connect us from any distance, but I suppose in days where only link pearls or whatever existed, yeah, fireworks could have that meaning, as sort of signal flares of like, yep, we're all here and having fun. Alright there. Anything I can do for you? Yeah, how do you feel about the Rising? You're asking for people's thoughts about the Rising fireworks. Huh. Would be that a great hero like you could be better than things to do with your time. I suppose that's what your hero is, eh? Helping people without whichever way you can. Well, I'm like most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they'll be watching too. Swum up from the bottom of the ethereal seas, see what all the crashing and banging is about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad that they're gone, but I'm happy I'm not. Be grateful to Baderon for saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself. That I might sleep soundly for another 12 months. I'm glad that you get to remember your parents on the Rising. Let's see. Anybody else? No. Different type of Memorial Day. A memorial of a calamity as opposed to a memorial for war heroes. A lot of war heroes died in the calamity, to be sure, but it also took just a lot of normal people. And now it's night. Great. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So, what did you find out? Well, you see, explains. What? I didn't quite catch that last part. Explains. Oh, it's bright as day now. Same here. I was half expecting him to be, just be looking at the pretty lights, but it seems to be feeling runs a lot deeper than that. The memories of the calamity still sit heavy in their hearts, but the Horizon fireworks go the same way of lifting that weight. So, any idea for a grand display? What kind of things you reckon will help lift those spirits the most? Something grand and flashy. Something that reminds people of the past, or something that gives them hope for the future. Let's go for hope! Let's light the way! Hope for the future, eh? That ain't such a bad idea. Reminding folk of however dark the night, the dawn is just around the corner. Exactly! Horizon ain't just about mourning those we lost, after all. That's about remembering the struggles of those who survived to steer us to the brighter future. Aye, that's it. That's what Limsa needs in Horizon. Ships, cannons, a departure salute. Not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores. A vision of the past and of the future. Where are those fireworks firing from? Are they firing from under the water? I only just saw that. An old bleeding armada filled in the Galvedian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that?
You know what? That sounds good. How do we make it happen?
That's settled then. And the minstrel's going to love it. He say he'll be up by the off castle, right? I'll see you there.
Feels a little bit weird running around in the shorts. But you know what? I guess it's still summer. I guess it's still summer and there's water everywhere. So I just go in around Limsa in a swimsuit. Sure, it's fine. Probably the only place you wouldn't be wanting to go around in a swimsuit would be Gridania. There's plenty of shade there, so you don't need to wear as little as this.
Let's see now. 1,500 feet of old fire sand, and 500 elms from the shore. Reckon we're going to need more ships.
Our intrepid adventurers returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it.
Yeah. We want more bang.
I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only for the memories of the fallen, but for the future fortune of those who follow their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure.
Thanks to both of you. But our work ain't done yet. There's a lot of these sorting out if we were to put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping out a little longer, dearie, I'd be forever in your debt. Let me know when you got your loins good and girded.
I mean, I guess they're not going to get any more girded than this. How did cavemen ask out cave women on dates? Well, you see, when you found someone attractive and you wanted to reproduce with them, you hit them really hard over the head. And you just kind of drag them to an area where you feel like you could just do... Yeah. I'm glad that society has moved on from that point. The display of such grandeur is not merely a matter of crafting the fireworks proper. We shall require cooperation of a great many people, several of whom may be less than disposed to offer. Frog bonk her, me berry. Just remember, if she bonk you back, that means that she is now free, and now she can bonk whoever says she wants to bonk. Bonk freely. I mean, marriage didn't really exist until law was established to enforce marriage, right? So... I guess the law was determined by whoever was chieftain of the cave, if they were even so civilized as to have said chieftain. Caveman culture sure is interesting. I guess it depends on how far forward or back you go. I'm sure there were generations even of just cavemen. Before, like, different stages of period of cavemen. So there was the period and then the ugh period. They learned how to have a G in there. Anyway, we who are about to sail salute you. Ayoyo asks for your continued assistance in seeing her plan for the rising fireworks realized, and we'll get the brushed up cryle. You're gonna go find a wife and call it club. You know what? I'm pretty sure that's what the term originated from, so you're not wrong.
Right then, let's get started, shall we, dearie? The plan is we're going to line up all fleet of ships across the bay and have them blasting a broadside into the sky. When we go out to fight in the fleet, we need a plan approved by the organising committee, and for that means we need convincing Commodore Rainer. I'll take the lead. My actually got the silverest tongue. Not much experience with nobbling up with the higher ups. If you two see me struggling, put in a good word, would you?
Of course, milady. Your cause is ours. I skipped a bit of dialogue.
Thank you, me dears. Together then, to Coral Tower.
I'm glad that exists as a thing that I can do to find out what text I missed.
You know when you go to the club and you hear the music, you're like, oh yes, this rocks. But they're like, no, this rocks. And then they start throwing rocks. Commander Rainer worked his way up to the ranks, all the way from rock bottom to the tippy top. He knows what's working as a thalassocracy and out. In all that falls with our proposal, he'll see him through to him.
Last I heard, the privilege of meeting with Commodore was about the time of the calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedation. If not for Raynor and his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He is a shrewd investigator who brook no equivocation. Shall we then?
I don't know, I thought he was just a guy who ran a military part. Explains.
Oh, what?
Explains.
Oh, I see. Well, to make the rising display is special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Oh, yo, I need to remind you that our first duty to Yellow Jackets is in keeping the peace. Filling the bay with ships does not only disturb the daily workings of the harbour, but sure to foment agitation amongst the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan?
I do, Commander. Ever since the Minton art, every Orosian art still beggars the scars of the calamity. All that loss, the hardship, the struggle, it cut deep. The horizon ain't about looking about the past. It's about looking to the future too. It's our duty to watch over folk. Keep 'em on the straight and narrow, like. I reckon it'll be our duty to see 'em off on another year's journey too.
I'll put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what are the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly we're providing and praying for this fleet of yours.
Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for a flagship and the rest from the Black Sails.
Really now? Oh, of course. One is one to forget that those barracuda souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in the time of need. Lady Oyoyo would have us parley with 3 great pirate captains, and remind them of their civic duty, it seems.
Aye, that's right. The pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was falling. Fought hard and died cardinal, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell, and all those who didn't, I suppose I doubt they'll answer the call again.
Wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. We shall need it. Very well then. Allow me to arrange you a parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you will consider all my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go speak to the pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands.
Alright, you can count on me.
I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the 3 factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there to complete your preparations.
Alright, let's hit them hard. I mean, let's talk to them. Let's give them the hard facts.
You want to parley with pirates? Truly, life is but a succession of unexpected events.
Cheers for sticking with me, lads. I hope I can count on your support for the next set of negotiations and all.
Of course, my lady. Alas, I fear the captains, and those far-famed scourges of the sea, will prove rather less biddable partners than Commodore Raynor did. When Roswood of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Gavilaine of the Kraken's arm is of a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, value honor and glory above all else. There is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion, that we might inflame theirs.
It was passion you're after. I got that from the bleeding bucket notes. But I might need you two for jumping again, in case my tongue decides to tie itself in at all. What is that word? Up and off itch. That sure is a turn of apostrophes. Just say the thing when it comes to your heads, and I'll pick up after.
Okay, you can count on me to say what's on my mind.
Come on then, dearies. Let's head over to the anchor guard and get this party started.
Parlay or partay? I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of another. 6 of one or 6 and a half dozen. Yeah, sure. I sure do love stumbling over my own words. I swear I can talk. I swear I can read. I go over that way, which means going through all this. Like so. Goodness, this game moves so smooth. Just, I don't know. I played a bit of Star Wars recently. And this game's just so cozy in comparison. Alright, I guess we wait. A lot of people are waiting. There's Carver Lane. Roswin. And I don't know that guy's name. I don't see him nearly as much. I sure wish it was day.
Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is...
The Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. He wants to help you with the Horizon fireworks. And the answer is no. When the sirens fire broadside, and our enemies to the bottom of the briny, not to paint a pretty picture in the sky for dry landers to cop at. We've got better things to be doing with our time. There's our eloquence, to be sure, but I find that our opinions are aligned with Roswell's. Our time is precious, and as sure as yours. Thus hasten to draw these conclusions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavor for myself and my men, though unless there's anything else. No profit? How sad that the great Carver Lane should lose his nose for coin, or you would put aside the Admiral and the Yellow Jackets in your debt. Or why it's the perfect opportunity to forge a deeper bond with Roswell. He's not into that. He's not into that, so he wouldn't like that. A debt of gratitude really isn't his thing. No. He's only going for it for the money. There is money in it. You just don't know where it is. I did not come here to be insulted. If you know the method of which the Krakens might stand to gain from this and I do not, then state it, or else hold your tongue. Or better yet, allow me to hold it for you. The sheer scale of the spectacle will provide us with no doubt to draw all the lords and ladies of the realm together to the city. Personages of high renown and deep pockets.
Aye, and if they saw you a lot working in and with the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole be queuing up to do business with you.
I do believe you have your point, probably praised as the word may be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sold your image, and sold anyone who's too delivered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for sirens? If you won't consider them customers, consider them quarry. Or, don't you want to bring joy to the masses? Or, Carver Lane's in, don't you want to be together? I'm going with that one. The hell do you mean by that? What are you trying to imply? I'd rather cut me arse off with a rusty cutlass than spend another minute with a freed and Amazon's company. Make me girls or proper pirates.
Us angling sirens ain't all about pirating life, though, are ye? You own up almshouses for sick and injured, and all those with those with child. Keeps themselves busy with old jobs, shots that comes their way. Them's your hunters, and there's the folk would draw to the city with a grand display, your quarry.
I see where you're getting all with this. Get the girls up in here, get the stove selling food and grog and the like. It'll be a killing, providing that they all had the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. Maybe I could lend him a hand myself. I do say the best way to a man's heart is through a What of the executioners? There was no dishonor in linking arms with the Admiral Whirlwind in the Maelstrom, surely.
You, Yellow Jacket! I want you to tell me one thing, and tell it true. This is Limsa Lominsa, the greatest port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours with our help, yet you come here begging for it. Why? Because... because I reckon you're one of the ones who need the rising most. The black sails only came together because of the Cardinal. You could have upped the anchor and sailed off at sunset, but no, you fought like demons on these cursed flats. Made heroes of yourselves, and martyrs. Oh, I see it. It's only right for those who lost the most, when they stood up to gain the least, should be the ones to salute the departed. I salute the departing too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those who want new beginnings already begun. So that's for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Anastasia. Send word when you've hammered out the details of the display of yours. I'll see what we can do. Aye, aye, Captain.
I sure am glad that guy didn't have many voice lines. Can't rightly say no one day now, can I? They see a lot of good people can go back to Cardinal. Let's send them all off with a bloody great bang. I'll join you on one condition. That you're reminiscing of trouble past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you, again. I never forced you to do nothing. You gotta keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you randy rascal. And then she runs off with the girliest run ever. But a fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships and I will not ready themselves. Au revoir. Well, we did it. We convinced pirates to help with your fireworks show. And now it's day, which is the perfect time of day to have a fireworks show. Great. My hearty congratulations to you both. It was an honor to play a supporting part, but it was your passion for the Rising that swayed them.
And breathe. Also, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Oh, I never got about to sort which side was without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches on this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful, just know it. Oh, and to answer about your reward. I'm getting into the minstrel. You can grab him from the new beginning side, and the navigator's breath ever fill your sails.
Alright, thank you. Good luck. You did a great service, my friend, both for Leio and all those who love the Rising, myself included. For that I shall ever be grateful. I expect it shall be some time, several hours, before the preparations to the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together. Sure. Some time passes. Oh. Oh no, I do not like seeing the ship move in the 3-foot deep water that is Limsa Lominsa. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It's a song of celebration, of encouragement, for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears. Alright, you got him again. Oh no, a migraine! Curse you, minstrel! Wait, where am I? The Harp of Destruction, kind of. Oh, I'm on a boat. The moon is bright. Greetings, warrior of light. Where are you taking us? This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. Wow, you have a strong jawline. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls. We have enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventurers yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes us in all diverse wonders the wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow ever greater. To be certain, it will be less trying to task the sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path. Yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in a bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray, with all our hearts, that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey, heretofore and hereafter. Thanks, Yoshi. Now, the time has come for the vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Wow, that moon is bright. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images, those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace, they shall cross again. Yeah, see you next year. Or maybe I'll see a different member of the development team. Okay, what happened? Am I tied up? It is almost time for the display to begin. The consummation not only of our labors, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, and those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. That's the second time I've heard that today, but thank you. Yeah! Fireworks! From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends. The voice stir, the wind and waves, the ropes of sails of friends. Who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, set sunlit sails of foreign lands, may fortune follow thee. Our journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories stir up friends of yore, asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices, raised in song, disturb your endless sleep. but join us in our course, your dreams among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariner's song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the far horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath the same eternal waves. Hey Fawns, welcome to the stream. It concludes with a wish that the voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventures reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one. A fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish, that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in a 12th moon time, and look up the same sky, together. Unless I'm not feeling good and miss it again. I almost missed this one. Sorry, minstrel. It happens. Yep, that's it. I think there's a little bit more, though. I think I can read letters. You have unlocked the toy chest. Opening a toy chest found in any room to play mini-games. Certain notable personages who've been seen to frequent the anchor yard this rising. Do the same and you may be greeted by an unexpected encounter. What mini-game did I get? What mini-game did I get? I didn't realize that gave us a mini-game. Anyway, how about that minion? Sure did just get, Brushed Up Cryo. Here we are. Brushed Up Cryo. On the occasion of the anniversary of Eorzea's rebirth, the Adventurers Guild commissioned a new mammoth designed in Cryo's likeness. With the hood of her Pictomancer's attire drawn back to reveal her precious earring, she exudes the spirit of adventure and discovery. Brushed Up Cryo. Summon your Brushed Up Cryo minion. She is not to be brushed off in this face of danger. Oh, she's little. I can't wait for the story to advance to a point where this actually makes contextual sense. It's not really a spoiler. It's in promotional material. You know that Cryo will one day become a Pictomancer. Jade says, there's a glittering part on the ground there to encounter NPCs. I see. I'll go back then. Thank you for letting me know. It was kind of covered up by people. So I can have a really small Lalafell following me now. I think I'll go back to having a dog following me. I really like my dog. Yep, there it is. A soft westerly wind blows across the anchor yard. You hear footsteps approaching. You turn and see the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, the head chef of the Bismarck, the Admiral herself. Let's talk to the Admiral first. Bond, this is a coincidence. Raina was just telling me this role you played in putting the display together. I'm sure all those who gathered in this city to witness it were as moved as I. A salute to all those who set sail for new adventure shall surely resound in their hearts, and give them strength and courage in the year to come. Yeah, I'm glad you approved. And a salute to the fallen too, was it not? Many and more lost their lives on the fields of Carteneau, the men and women of the Black Sails chief among them. I thank you for giving those who survived them the chance to put their grief to more productive ends. I thank you for giving the celebrations an unmistakable touch of salt, too. This year's rising was not merely in Limsa Lominsa, but of her. I look forward to seeing how future host cities follow our example. But for now, let us focus on the present. I'm sure I have kept you from your business for far too long already, and I must return to mine. I must offer my prayer to the Malin and be on my way.
Very well, Bont. I wish you safe voyages in the year to come. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. That's the third time I've heard that today. Thank you. Give me another one. I think the problem here is I gave both Badarod and the chef the same voice.
Oh, if it don't be old pal Bont. You're the big old bird for guidance too, are you? So to me, I said I had to go into these year's fireworks. It's not a bad job you made of them either.
Yeah, I kind of asked her for help and what to think about it.
You must not be down in the Hawker's Alley, aye? I sent her to pick up some stock for the winter. I had you know she brought me back. Only a bottle of bleeding Bacchus. Paid for it out of me her own pocket, she did. And thank me again for saving her life. Don't know why she's so up about it. Or else paid me back 100 times over it all, with all the work over the years. Not a bit bad accepting it, but, well, a bottle of Bacchus is a bottle of Bacchus. I reckon it was you we should be thanking, anyway, for a marvellous display. All ships in the harbour, the fire in the sky, brought back a lot of memories. Some good, some bad. Every one of them worth remembering. And we ain't done making them yet. We'll be off in our next adventure soon enough, I wager. Well, you can rightly be striding on an empty stomach now, can you? Come on over to the wench and we'll fill your belly.
Sure, one day. I would love to be able to eat at the wench. Did you save any of that Bacchus for me?
No.
I don't think I'll ever be able to taste Bacchus. And now for the same voice, but this time it's the head chef of the Bismarck.
Well, well, well. I come to feel the maid's breath on my face, only to find the fairest bosom whisper into the ear of another. How you been keeping, Bont? I hear we got you to thank for the rising display. A yo-yo's been singing your praise at the fisherman's bottom of the Coral Tower.
Yeah, oh, you can hear from the Bismarck from there?
What? Surprised I know her? Them's just a small place, lad. Hardly a day goes by I don't see a yellow jacket or several in the Bismarck. Whether it's on the sup of the finest food or wine in the side of the sea, or the clap of the irons of those who tap the cask a touch too thirsty. Suppose you're an adventurer like you might have noticed, always coming and going as you are. By sticking around the city for a while, you'll see that the jackets ain't just their axes of fire. They're true friends of the common folk. Yo was a retainer for the calamity struck, you know. Her master had a thing for fireworks. Every time he came back from those wanderings, they'd load her up and down with an underweight of sprouts of cinders he picked up from the gods nowhere. Day in and day night you see her down the market ward, beaming with that surly smile of hers and passing by, trying the damnedest to flog the stuff. Enjoyed the work, I reckon. And then Dalamud fell, and she lost her master. Literally lost him. The way she tells it, the word at the calamity burned an hole in their memory, and they fell straight and through. Couldn't remember their face nor their name. Oh, she never forgot the fireworks. The amount of gunpowder that went through her hands over the years, she couldn't help leaving a bit about making the things go bang. An apprenticeship with the cannoneer folks later, and she was the yellow jacket. So when you heard that ones who've been put out of charge of the rising display, I knew she'd been the first to volunteer. Horizons and fireworks, they mean a lot to her. And to her friend, they mean a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah, 'tain't nothing. And if I had advanced the plot a little bit more before this point, I'm pretty sure that I would have several other options. Jade, you've done a lot of content in the game. How many options total are there for this year's Rising? Like 6, 7? So there are several that Bont just can't see because he's not far enough in the game and hasn't done content relevant to it.
Many and more have come from afield to enjoy the festivities atmosphere of the Limsa Lominsa this Rising. Now that your work is done, be sure to bask in it yourself.
And now I need to go get one more reward from this year's Rising. One more thing. Maybe more. But absolutely one more thing. I kind of wish there was an Aetherite shard over there. I guess it's only used for a handful of quests. I guess that would be too convenient. Meanwhile, Ul'dah gets to have 2 Aetherites that are like 10 yalms away from each other. Guess that's for rich people. Wait, why'd I run here? I was thinking about Aetherites, that's why. I need to talk to the Minfilia lookalike. There she is. So, they also sell these lamps. That was the thing I looked at earlier in the stream. I'm gonna buy a bunch. Because guess what? I can buy this for Gil right now. Or, you can buy this for real life money a year from now. Nah, I'm good. I'll use the Gil. Did I buy Potpourri last year? I didn't. Potpourri! Yeah! You can only get this Potpourri during the Rising. I just think it's nice. I kind of wish that was an emote instead of, like, a thing. I kind of wish all these little things were emotes instead of, Potpourri packets that were consumable. But, you know, it is what it is. It'd probably cost 100 times more than they do if they were a non-consumable emote. Anyway, you know what? It's been a while since I've been to my house. I have a bunch of furniture. Is it just this much? Do I have more furniture in my bag? Oh, turns out my main already had that, so I might as well learn that. What am I thinking? Yeah, let's go to the house. And by the house, I mean the apartment. Wait, my apartment's on a different world. I can't. There's 2 more than I read. What are the descriptions for those 2? You had to go back on your main to check. I see. You know, assuming that you're still there. If you've already left, then you've already left. So that's the Rising. That's the Rising. I'm still not sure if I'm in the mood to... How am I feeling? How are you guys feeling? What do you guys think you want to see this week? You know what? I'm not gonna do the poll. I'm just gonna ask verbally. What kind of content you guys wishing to see this week? Do you want me to go emotion with my brain being this way? Do you want me to do MSQ this week? Or do you want me to do some chill crafting and gathering time? Or should I just call it and see if I can get in a better headspace next week? Just like, you know what, today is just messed up. Let's just try again next week. Let's just play Final Fantasy VII or play Call of Duty. Wow. That sure is a request. That sure is a request. I'm gonna have to disappoint you there. I don't own Call of Duty. I don't own Call of Duty. So that's off the table. Especially not the modern one. You know, actually... You know... I think I do own Call of Duty. The first one. I think I have a disc around here somewhere. I do have a CD drive on this computer. I'm pretty sure I have that somewhere. Let's see. Captain of the Bloody Executioners and a man and his baby Oppo Oppo. An explorer and his baby Oppo Oppo. Well, I mean, a man is fine too. I think I know who those are, and I think people who read those will know who those are, but... Yeah, those are things I won't see until I get into, Endwalker, pretty much. So I'm a whole expansion behind being able to see any of that. Do I own Final Fantasy VII? Yes! Am I capable of playing it right now? No. My capture card does not work for my PlayStation. My capture card does not work for my PlayStation. I could buy it on Steam. I could just buy it on Steam. I'm not sure if that's a good version of Final Fantasy VII, though, is it? It is a good version? Alright. I'll consider that. I'll consider that. Yeah, Fonz, something happened to a friend of mine.
something really terrible happened to a friend of mine. And it does have me a bit rattled, it does have me a bit bothered. I almost didn't stream today, but I missed last week too. And I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. You're good with whatever I decide. Alright, well... How long have I gone? I've only gone for... Wow, this took an hour? What am I thinking? Goodness sake, thinking is hard. Thinking is really hard. But you know, when you get in that bad headspace, you don't really feel like doing much of anything. And that's not fun. That's not good for anybody. That's especially not healthy for you when you do it's fun. The logical part of me is like, come on, Bolt, you gotta keep going. You gotta do something. You gotta stay productive. But then the emotional part of me is like, I want to... This update is fine. Take the day off. Alright. Alright. It was just a Rising. I didn't miss the Rising. The Rising got done. I'm gonna call it there. Let's see if there's somebody I can raid. Like, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna at least make sure you guys can get channel points by raiding. Where's my phone? Ugh. Where's my phone? I just had it. I have to have my phone in order to log into this game. I have to have my phone to log into this game. Where did it go? Goodness sake, I need my phone to be able to look up somebody to raid, though. You know what? I think that's good, then. It sure is a nothing update. I sure did do it. You know what? It's not nothing. It's a seasonal event that people can miss. It's cataloged for all time. I'll put it as like a 0.5 or something on the playlist. I don't know. So I guess I'll wrap it up like that. Thank you guys for being here. I really wish I was feeling better than I am right now. I appreciate your understanding and support. I'm also really worried that my chair is going to fall apart at any moment. I'll get a new chair on Sunday. So, I do plan to continue this next week. But I just, yeah. More Octopath is on the way. Teamwork Tuesday is still going, as planned. And who knows, I might even start uploading another game, because, like, Octopath is taking a lot longer to get done than I thought it would take to get done. Hopefully things will be better for me soon. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll send the well wishes over towards the person. I'll be sure to send the well wishes from the stream over towards the person. I'm gonna put a heart in chat, because why not? I'm going to put a heart on screen, because why not? You guys are great. I appreciate your understanding. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your days. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody.